Hi, this is Tom Santos from General Mills Flour. This is lesson 7 of the Flour Detective. Today I'll be covering flour specs and the handling of flour. I quickly want to talk about something very important when you're speaking with customers about General Mills flour. General Mills does not change our specs due to market conditions, due to crops, anything. A bag of, say, All Trumps at 14.2% protein that was 14.2% protein 50 years ago is going to be the same 50 years from now. Now, do we charge for it? Yes, we do. We're never going to be the least expensive flour, but we're going to be the most consistent. And after 40 years of being in the baking industry, let me tell you, consistency is worth the money. If I make a great pizza on a Tuesday, I want that same pizza 10 Tuesdays from now. I want the same loaf of bread that I made today, next week, and the week after, and a year after. And if I follow the same formula, if you go back to the earlier videos of temping and weighing everything correctly, if you're using flour that has a spec that's tight and it's a guaranteed spec, you're going to have the same quality product all the time. And that's something that when you're talking to your customers, you really need to emphasize that, because they do understand that. And that's a very big selling point. It's actually a key selling point. Consistency equals quality. You go into a well-run establishment, they will understand that. Our target audience, a lot of times, are people who are looking for a great quality product at a fair price. So people who want to shop the flour, change it every day, maybe not so much, but most people want consistency. I would say 95% of the people want consistency. And consistency equals quality, and not changing your specs and guaranteeing it is something that we should be selling as flour detectives and selling the General Mills product. I get a lot of questions about how to roll dough. So I have 3 little doughs here, and I'm just going to roll them into balls. The questions are usually, how do I ball up a dough? And it's pretty easy. And what you do is just fold it on itself, then use this part of your hand, the bottom portion of your hand, these 2 fingers down, these 2 fingers down. And all you're doing is pushing the dough ball against the hands, using the bench to tighten it up. And there you go. That's a dough ball. Again, I'm just folding it in, giving it the basic shape. And then I'm not using a lot of pressure here. I'm just using the table or the bench and my hand as a way just to round the dough. I'm using very, very little pressure. It's sort of like riding a bike. You're going to try it a few times and it's not going to come out just like you want, but after a few times you will. So watch. I'm going to go in, push this way, and all I'm doing is pushing the dough against my hands. I'm not putting hardly any pressure on the dough. So that's a quick lesson on how to make a dough ball. I'm going to leave you with a video. It has to do with eating raw dough. Now, if you have a customer who hands out dough balls or hands out pieces of dough for people to play with or kids to play with while they're waiting for their pizza or whatever, ask them, and I do it every time I see it. I ask them, how much insurance do you have? And that always gets their attention, because if somebody eats that dough ball, you'll see from the video, the reason dough has to be baked, and it's right on the bag. It says, do not eat raw dough or batter. We put it right on the bag. There's a reason we ask you not to do this. And the video we'll talk about, it's about a 2-minute video. That is something you will be doing a customer a favor if you talk about it. If they're handing out raw dough balls to people, I'm not saying the ones that are in the bag that they're selling so people can make pizza at home. That's different. I'm talking about having a piece of dough and handing it to somebody and they're playing with the dough or making little dough balls or little things on their while they're waiting for a pizza. So enjoy the video. Like I said, it's about 2 minutes, very informative. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, send me an email, tom.santos@genmills.com.